Welcome back to Planet JeJuDaLa. That's right, it's another takeover, and I'm doing something that Jules and I wanted to do like 3-4 years ago and never accomplished. Let's go have some fun. So I have Gayle with me, and we are going to do a little scavenger hunt, but you have to come here to go get the scavenger hunt paperwork. So we got our scavenger hunt. It's for Universal Pass members only. And we're walking to the first item, which is how many people are in the sculpture for the Lights, Camera, Action sculpture. That is right there. Now we have to find calling all actors. How many days or what 2 days of the week were auditions held? That you can find out here. Now we're off to Baker Street, which was, oh, right here. Watches, jewelry, prints, and antiques. Now we're looking for an animal. Above the Westminster School of Dramatic Arts on Baker Street. That's it up there. You can't see it. Let's back up a bit. It's a cat. Now we're on our way to, where are we off to? Hold on. Oh, a perfumery on Persian Street. Just so you know, every once in a while, if you go to that French bistro right here, you can buy orange juice and champagne and make your own mimosas here at Universal Studios. Ta-da! Okay, now we need to find how many bells are at a music store. I am not going to pretend to know what the name of the music store is. My French is really bad, but it's right here. I think I see 7. Now we're off to see how many pork chops are in a window of a deli in the New York section on the upper lot. Okay, just kidding. We stopped to see if we can get a mimosa, and right now all they had was wine and Chardonnay and orange juice. I don't know if that goes well together.
We'll have a Valentine's Day. Oh, that would be so nice. I could use one of those.
Because you know the thing about Valentine's Day, you can just do it whenever. It doesn't have to be around Valentine's Day. It could just be whenever you want.
Anytime you want this, you just come over. I go over to you. You come over to here. Anytime.
We just
We're having it today. Let's talk about it right now. This is it.
Oh my goodness! I manifested it.
You know our cousin George. Our cousin
found
George. Boy, that house changed.
It's okay. He's on the move. He's like, no, I only got one place I'm going. Hello, cutie. How are you? Are you having fun so far? Did you just get here? Okay, good. So you've already been having fun doing
Been
your
here
thing.
for ages.
Excellent. Where are you gonna go next?
Now we're heading over to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
What's going on, ladies? Hi. Hello there. Yeah, you guys can hear me, right? You can hear me right now. What do you guys think? Is somewhere to be here? Some of you just want to take a picture? I know you want to get to the rides before the 17-hour wait.
All right, here we are, Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and the clue number 8, there's 10 altogether, is all aboard the numbers for the Hogwarts Express. Now we have to find out where you would get Hermione's dress. for the Yule Ball. Right here. And the final clue is inside the Forbidden Journey, which is inside Hogwarts. And you have to get in the queue. I unfortunately have a walker and cannot see that part of the queue. But I've been on this attraction many times before my injury. So I already know which house has the most points. And I have a photo of that. The answer is Gryffindor. Okay, so we're eating at the Concilla Mexicana. I don't remember. It's the first Mexican restaurant that you come in to on the left after you've come through the entrance. And just before the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And I have the carne asada nachos, and Gayle has that's Beyond Al Pastor tacos that are vegan and gluten-free. So hopefully Gayle likes it, because I think this is going to be a first for her. So we'll get her opinion later. I've had the nachos here before, and they're pretty good. So one of the cool things about being here at Universal Studios is you might just, let's see if I can do this. Yep, that's Dracula hanging out in Paris, talking to guests and getting some photo ops. Dracula. Yep, might see a monster.
Don't mind me, of course. Now that looks like a bar here. Wish I had some. Right. I'll come that way.
Woohoo!
Oh no.
Oh no!
You're welcome.
So now Gayle and I are waiting for the tram. Because I have my walker, we walk all the way down to the very end to this little covered area for the studio tour, and then eventually we'll get on there. Because I have difficulty climbing those steps right there, they'll bring the ramp down for me, which is over. Okay, Gayle. Oh, ignore that music. So, what did you think of the Beyond Al Pastor tacos?
Well, if you like your Beyond Meat, I'd say it's good. I'm not a huge Beyond Meat fan, but it was okay. It was okay within the tacos.
Okay, so I tried a little taste of it, and I love Al Pastor. I'm an Al Pastor taco eater. It was beyond Al Pastor. Very beyond, like far beyond. Not even close. Would I eat it again? No. But I guess if you're vegan, that's your option. Sorry. Oh, and gluten-free.
Yeah, that was the bonus. It was gluten-free, and sadly, because I have to do that, and vegan.
Welcome aboard the world-famous Universal Studios tour. My name is Trevor. I'm going to be your tour guide this afternoon as we explore the Universal lot. Hello there. By the way, if you look to the right-hand side of the tram right now, you'll see a little bit of the Universal Studio back lot. We are over 400 acres and one of the biggest and busiest studios in the world. As such, be prepared. The tour is approximately 45 minutes to an hour long. We do have a lot of exciting things to talk about, of course, after all of this, where we meet such things like the classic Universal monster movies, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, film shows like The Voice, Ted, Bel Air, The Good Place. We'll have the chance to talk about all of that and more today. Like I said before, my name is Trevor. I'm going to be your tour guide this afternoon as we explore the Universal lot. However, arguably, I'm not the most important person on board. That would be our driver, Adam, who's taking us around this afternoon. Say hi to Adam, everyone. Hi, Adam. He says hi back. Yeah, gave a fantastic wave. Now, of course, it's not just the two of us. I do also have a co-host. You might know this co-host from his time on Saturday Night Live, which, by the way, had a 50th anniversary special this past weekend, which was fantastic on NBC, if you haven't seen it already. In addition, these days, he's primarily known for The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Here he is, Jimmy Fallon.
Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. How would you like that? Make sure that you get through this experience in the whole one piece. You've got the very best guy.
Trevor!
And the greatest driver.
Adam!
You're the best. I love that. Even though
Trevor!
it owes me $5.
Whoops, forgot about that.
So you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
That is correct. I do have to go over just a couple of safety rules for your safety and comfort while on board the tram this afternoon. So first off, if you need guest assistance or have a medical emergency, or if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or if you have any sound or video issues, reach up and grab the red emergency cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please remain seated, keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. The studio is private property, and if at any time during the tour you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the cord and please remain seated. Also, please no smoking of any kind during the tour. And be prepared, our tour today features loud noises, sudden tram movements, fire effects, and many water effects. You'll want to have your cameras have great photo opportunities, but just keep an eye on them so they don't get wet. And finally, for your safety and those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while on board the tram. All right, folks, with all of that out of the way, we're leaving the theme park behind and we're heading toward a real working movie studio where over the years, of course, we've produced television shows, commercials, music videos, and of course, movies. Now, coming up on the right-hand side of the tram, one of the first things you're going to see is the Universal Studios fire station. Now, that is not a set. Those are not actors inside. Feel free to wave hello if you want. Yeah, our firefighters do a fantastic job. Now, yeah, that's because Universal City, we're a real functioning city. In addition to having a fire station, we have a deputy station as well. We have medical services available. We even have our own zip code. Really, the only difference between Universal City and whichever lovely town you folks are coming from today is that Universal City is entirely dedicated to making films and television shows. That's what we're all about. In fact, we're currently traveling down what we refer to as the Universal Timeline, and the posters that you're seeing to the right-hand side of the tram right now, they represent just a fraction of the wide variety of films that Universal Pictures has produced over the years. Now, for the first part of our tour, we're about to visit the front lot. The front lot contains all aspects of film production, including filming itself. In fact, coming up on the left-hand side of the tram, you're going to see the first of many sound stages, specifically soundstage number 12. Not only is that one of the largest sound stages we have here on the Universal lot, it's in fact one of the 10 largest sound stages in the entire world. And here's just a small sampling of some of the films that have used soundstage number 12 over the years. Yes, even exterior scenes like that, hey, sometimes they're filmed inside a soundstage. Now, we in Hollywood, we love using sound stages. First off, that's because they are 98% soundproof, with construction often happening a lot. Trucks and trailers constantly driving by. For the most part, you won't hear any of that inside the sound stages. Plus, as you saw, you can build whatever you want as well, from the tiniest of office cubicles to the largest of mansions. Now, NBC Universal's television history goes back 85 years, with the opening day ceremonies of the 1939 New York World's Fair marking our first broadcast. Since then, we've produced and televised some of the most popular and longest running shows ever seen on network television. Shows like The Jeffersons, Columbo, Coach, all filmed right here on the Universal lot. Now, more recently, coming up on the right-hand side of the tram, we're passing sound stages number 18 and 19. They were home to the television show The Good Place for 4 years. That show starred Kristen Bell and William Jackson Harper, as well as Ted Danson. More recently, stage 19 was also home to a television show, A Man on the Inside, which aired on Netflix and also stars Ted Danson. Now, folks, the left-hand side of the tram, we're passing a very important area. This is our production bungalows. And these bungalows are where producers, along with directors, writers, actors, will try to figure out the next big film or television show that they want to produce for the big or small screen. Yeah, this is really where the magic all begins right here. Such notable producers that work here include Amy Pascal of Pascal Pictures. She's produced such things like Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse for Sony Animation, as well as last year's film Challengers, which starred Zendaya. Also, very quickly, to the left-hand side of the tram right now, we're passing Mark Platt Productions. Mark Platt is known for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World and Dear Evan Hansen. More recently, of course, he produced Wicked for movie theaters, which came out last November. Now, in just a moment, we're about to transition from the front lot and head to the back lot portion of our tour. But to the left-hand side of the tram right now, we're passing some final sound stages. Sound stages number 25 and 26. They're some of our more recent ones, first used back in 2016 for Hairspray Live, which aired on NBC. Really, we've condensed a huge part of the filmmaking process inside these sound stages, which is why they look completely different. There's writers' room available, rooms for hair, wardrobe, makeup, everything that we need to quickly put on the show. Currently, stage 25 is home to the television show Lopez vs. Lopez, starring George Lopez and his real-life daughter, Maya Lopez. As for stage 26, that is home to St. Dennis Medical, starring David Allen Greer, Linda Covey, and Allison Tolman. Both shows air on NBC and next day on Peacock. Okay, folks, so like I said, we're entering the backlot portion of our tour. If you look to the left-hand side of the tram right now, you'll see what our backlot has in store for us. This is where our large-scale exterior sets are located. And the first backlot sets that we're visiting is our metropolitan area. Our metropolitan area has been used for such productions including Transformers, directed by Michael Bay, as well as Captain America, the First Avenger, when you see Chris Evans running down 1940s New York, chasing out of the hydration. Yeah, that was filmed right over where we're about to visit right now. You might be thinking to yourselves, by the way, Trevor, Captain America, that's Marvel, that's not Universal. We're not the only people that get to use these backlot sets. They're folks called location scouts. Part of their job is reading over the script, marking down different locations that they'll need for filming. That's when they'll start scouting all over the place for just the right spot, including potentially renting out these backlot sets right here. Now, most recently, by the way, I will say there is a top secret production that used our metropolitan sets, which we're driving through right now. So they're just tearing some of that stuff down that they were using for filming. So they're almost getting spoilers in a way, a little bit of a sneak peek. Fortunately, I can't talk about that production now, but it's very exciting regardless. Now, further down the road, we have our New York street, which I have a little bit of confession about, by the way. I'm an LA native. I've never been to New York. I don't know what it's like.
It's cool, guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
Well, folks, we're now leaving the concrete jungles behind, and our next stop is Skull Island, where King Kong resides on the Universal backlot. Here to tell you a little bit more is the director of the film, Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that directed I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old. I like nothing else to great. Sweet love finish. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island. It's great to have you alive. We have created this 3D immersive experience. You're going to have to give your glasses. Come on, yeah. Just we're about there to Skull Island.
Now, as a brief reminder this time, folks, once again, I want to remind everyone to please remain seated at all times. Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle. In addition, if you aren't carrying any belongings with you, now's the time I usually recommend holding onto them tight, as visiting Skull Island, well, it can be a little bit of a bumpy ride. Kong 360 3D. That was projected on some of the largest 3D screens in the world that are 40 feet tall and over 180 feet wide. And it was done thanks to director Peter Jackson and the folks over at WhatFX. WhatFX has won 7 Academy Awards and worked on such things including last year's Deadpool and Wolverine, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, The Lord of the Rings trilogy, and Avatar: The Way of Water. The technology for creating King Kong has really come a long way when you think about it. When the original RKO picture came out back in 1933, they just used an 18-inch figure representing Kong and did with it at the time a rough version of stop-motion animation. Now, of course, when you think of stop-motion animation these days, you think of fully animated films like Wallace and Gromit franchise or Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Essentially how it works, they set the camera in a fixed position, they'll place the figure right in front of it, and then just simply take a photo. Then they'll tweak, adjust, move the figure a little bit, take another photo, so on and so forth. They'll repeat that process until once you combine all the images about roughly 24 frames per second, you'll have, in this case, King Kong look like he's moving around, terrorizing the jungle. Now, by the way, the left-hand side of the tram, folks, you're seeing a parking lot. Not a big sign, guys, I'm sorry. Though I will say, just the other day, they had a massive base camp, an area of operations over here for that production that I was talking about that took over all of our metropolitan sets. Now, a base camp normally would include such things like a video village where the director and actors would watch dailies, everything they filmed over the course of the entire day. There'd also be trailers for the stars, plus trailers for makeup, wardrobe, and the crafting, the free food. Now, also the left-hand side of the tram, something you will be able to see, 2 soundstage number 30 and 31. Of course, there is that rather large iconic V on soundstage number 30. That's what we're currently working on, season 27 of The Voice, which is on NBC Mondays and Tuesdays. Check it out. Now, as we head further into the backlot, we're now passing a body of water that we refer to as Park Lake. Now, this lake is for more than just a swim. We have used it for filming as well. In fact, with our cameras, we can make it appear much larger than it actually is. Believe it or not, it was the entirety of the Pacific Ocean for the classic television sitcom McHale's Navy. In addition, it's been used for Desperate Housewives and The Good Place. But I always like to think of it because I love Universal Monsters, and it was used for a film that last year celebrated its 70th anniversary. Yes, believe it or not, Creature from the Black Lagoon is 70 years old. Now, folks, the right-hand side of the tram, you're seeing a little bit of our western town. Don't worry, we'll get a closer look later on. Now, this area is our Denver Street, and what's synonymous with western, of course, but I go to a western brawl. When filming stunt sequences, our actor safety, of course, is of the utmost priority, so we're going to use stunt choreographers to work with the actors to make the action seem realistic while absolutely not being that. And then we'll switch out regular everyday props for something slightly different instead. For instance, if you ever see a glass bottle being smashed, something like that, it's going to be made out of sugar glass. And like the name implies, yes, it's just made out of sugar, but it's a fairly easy to break material. Now, at this time, folks, so once again, remember to please remain seated at all times. Keep your arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle. Now, I figured it was such a lovely day today. Why don't we take a trip to the beach? And what better beach to visit than Amity Island? You might have heard recently about a shark problem. I'm sure by Mayor Von. Oh, no, folks, there's a shark in the water. There's a shark in the water. Boy, I have a friend George who's a diver. I sure hope he's in there right now. Oh, no, that's George. George, quick, get out of there. There's a shark. Oh, no, poor George. What a gutsy guy being in there. Oh, I see his guts, too. Oh, no.
Poor George.
Great idea, Adam. Yeah, let's put the tram forward behind this pier. Here's that barrel full of bait that'll hopefully distract the shark. Oh, yep, taking the bait! And half the dock with it. I think we need a bigger tram! Look out, there's the shark! you have it, folks. That was Jaws. Jaws has been a fan favorite attraction since 1976 when the shark made its backlot debut, and came out just a month after the movie Jaws came out in 1975. And by the way, Jaws is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. Very exciting times. Love that movie as well. Now, our shark, by the way, his name is Bruce. He's named after the original mechanical shark from the film Jaws, who was in turn named Bruce after Steven Spielberg's attorney. The original mechanical shark of the film Jaws was also extremely difficult to work with. When they built it for freshwater. It worked like a charm. However, they filmed Jaws over in Martha's Vineyard out in the Atlantic Ocean. And the first time they put it in the salt water, it sank to the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, that was just a small sign of the huge problems they encountered while making the film. Now, at this time, folks, very quickly, believe it or not, we're already halfway through our tour, so a brief reminder to please stay seated during the entire tour. The studio is private property. If you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, hold the record and get my attention, and I will be back to assist you. But please remain seated on the tram at all times. Now, here we are, folks, in our old Mexico set. Now, it's here where we have a weather demonstration for you to show you how we create weather effects. So that thunder that you're hearing, that lightning that you're saying, don't worry, none of it's real. It's all Hollywood magic. Now, in fact, normally we don't add sound effects until the post-production process, particularly if our actors have a lot of dialogue that they want to get through. There's the rain. No fancy technology involved in creating rain. It's coming out of high-powered sprinklers, creating these very thick raindrops. Yeah, and gravity does most heavy lifting. Now, for those of you recording or taking photos, you want to see just a couple. You may notice, isn't rain slightly difficult to capture on camera? Never fully comes out the way we want it to. Well, normally what we do here to help that, we place additional backlighting to make the rain pop just a little bit more for later on when you're watching this at home. Boy, this is a heavy storm. Oh, hang on, folks. Looks like we have a flash flood. Now, Flash Flood, it's one of our oldest attractions here at the studio tour. It was created back in 1968, but it's really more than just that. It has been used for filming as well. It was used for the music video for Lady Gaga's Judas, as well as the film Big Fat Liar, which starred Frankie Muniz, Amanda Bynes, and Paul Giamatti.
The Three Amigos were filmed right here.
Now, in addition, our old Mexico set was Planet Vashti for Star Trek Picard. It was also Peru for Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now, though, we're leaving old Mexico behind and we're entering our Wild West set. Now, specifically, welcome to Six Points. This area is called Six Points because back during the silent era of filmmaking, this street had 6 different roads connected to it. Every road, much like this one, had its own bank, its own saloon, its own jail. All of the filming locations that you would need to make a Western. So at the time, they were actually filmed 6 different movies here simultaneously because it was the silent era, of course, like even after without sound bleeding over to other productions. And this is one of our older backlot sets. In fact, back in 1915, we had a walking version of this tour where guests, they could freely roam these streets, watch the movies get made while cheering on the good guys, booing the bad guys, all for 25 cents. It came with a lovely chicken lunch as well, which honestly, fantastic deal. More recently, you might have seen these streets if you watched Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That film starred Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie, and Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt, in fact, won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his work in that role. But this is where Leonardo DiCaprio, playing Rick Dalton, was dropped off to set. Yeah, he walked around, of course, very upset with the way his career is going. Fortunately, though, he did have a young Julia Butters comfort him. After all, he did have that one phenomenal take with actor Timothy Olyphant. One minor thing to note about 6 Points, by the way, all the brickwork that you see lining the buildings, believe it or not real brick. It would be very time-consuming to lay out real brick, and occasionally these sets go through quick turnaround times. We're constantly using the filming, so they might need to look completely different. So instead we have a plastic molding, which looks pretty much like brick. Of course, obviously there's a little bit of a rough edge occasionally, but we just put them on the wall, staple them there, and then tear them down once we're done. Now folks, here we are once again on our Denver Street. Now, one more thing I'll mention, Denver Street was also used as 1800s Australia, don't know I could talk there for a moment, for the film Saving Mr. Banks. Those you can start Colin Farrell lead role. The film was released by Disney. Now, in general, when doing a period piece like Saving Mr. Banks, as well as Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, production designers, they play a very important role, really bringing these worlds to life. Yeah, they do a lot of research beforehand to make sure every detail from the costuming, the signage, the lighting is all accurate, really to immerse you in that world, take you back to that time period. Now, art directors, where they come in, they take all the concepts the production designers have come up with, and then try to figure out how to practically build those locales for filming, making sure there's enough space for all the cameras and techno equipment that they'll need, as well as the actors, of course, as well. Now, folks, the left-hand side of the tram, you're seeing a little bit of our Colonial Street, best known as Wisteria Lane, for ABC's Desperate Housewives. Currently, they're prepping for a brand new television show called The Burbs, which will star Keke Palmer and air on Peacock. And yes, for those of you familiar, it is based on the film from the 80s called The Burbs, which starred Tom Hanks. Very exciting. Yeah, thrilled about that.
I'm sure the bus left, and then I had the entire lot to myself that day. And in those days, movie lots were so crowded because all the movies were made on film lots. Say they're made all over the world, on locations, but most of them were focused in those days, in the 60s, on the film lots.
So I'm going to pause Mr. Spielberg right there because I do want to talk about some of our picture cars. Picture cars are literally any plane, train, automobile that you see on camera at any given point. And if you look around, you'll see placards listing what film or television show that these cars were used for. Now, some of the more notable ones, left-hand side of the tram, of course, with Dom Toretto's Charger from the Fast and Furious franchise. Also coming up, that yellow Camaro that you're seeing right there, that's Bumblebee from Transformers. As for the right-hand side of the tram, yeah, those vehicles might have to look a little bit fat first car, but we got some vehicles from Louisville from Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, directed by Ron Howard and starring Jim Carrey. Now, if anyone's feeling a little bit tired right now, I'm sure you've done a lot of walking around so far today. You're in luck. We've arrived now at the Bates Motel from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, where there are 12 rooms with 12 vacancies. Oh. I think that's the proprietor, Norman Bates. I wonder what he's up to right now. Huh. That's weird. Well, no worries. I'm sure he'll help us get settled in just a moment. Yeah, we can probably rent out all 12 rooms. Might have to squeeze in a little bit. I'm sure no one minds, though. Oh. Hang on. Is that a dead body? I don't know about you guys. I'm suddenly kind of freaked out. Boy, I sure hope he doesn't spot us right now. Oh, wait, hang on. He's fine. Hi, Norman. Don't worry, we didn't see anything. We can keep on moving if you want. So sorry for disturbing you today. Yep, drive, Adam, drive! Oh, that was a close one. Almost got car 4 there. Whew. Okay. He's still watching too? Oh no. Okay, yeah, let's leave Norman alone then, shall we?
Bye, Norman.
Very quickly, the left-hand side of the tram now, we're also passing Norman Bates' home. If you look close in one of the second-story windows, you might see Mother rocking her chair back and forth. Of course, I know Norman would not want me talking about Mother. Now, Norman's house, by the way, that's what we call a shell set. Even though there's a fully formed exterior, there's no interior to speak of. We actually have to build the interior inside one of our sound scenes. Now, though, welcome to the set for War of the Worlds, which was directed by Steven Spielberg and starred Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. To the left-hand side of the tram, that plane that you're seeing, that is a real 747. However, it was decommissioned before it was used for filming. It was also extremely difficult to be transported down here to be used. Workers, in fact, had to remove the ceiling of the plane just to make sure it could fit under any overpass that went through. Once it did finally arrive down here on the Universal lot, they were then supposed to reinstall the ceiling, but director Steven Spielberg stopped by, loved the look of it so much, he asked them to keep it as is, just make it a little bit, of course, rough around the edges. Here to tell you a little bit more about the making of this set is production designer Rick Carter, as well as director Steven Spielberg.
Sit down and talk about my that dog was in 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. Don't you push it, okay? Now close to Robbie, get in. Get in.
Robbie, get in.
For our next stop, folks, welcome to Jupiter's Plane from Jordan Peele's Nope. Here to tell you more is Jordan Peele.
Nostalgic, small time, Southern California. Over there will be have your picture taken just like the kids in that old vacation. That's what this whole place is supposed to be based on. Remember that one? No. But a little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. To showcase an unbelievable live show.
Now, over the course of this tour, I've told you about how we create some memorable moments for your favorite films and television shows. Well, now we're about to step inside the movies, specifically the world of Fast and Furious. Here's the setup. One of you has seen something that you should not have, and because of it, we're all now on the run from Owen Shaw. Fortunately, from what I hear, Sullivan's Truck Repair, it's a phenomenal place to Universal Studio Tour Tram, which is why we'll be headed inside right now. Now, at this time, folks, remember once again to please remain seated at all times, keeping your arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle. And once more, if you're carrying any belongings with you, hold on to them tight just in case, as things might get a little bit, well, in like some other words, fast and furious. Okay, here we are. Seems like a pleasant enough place to hide out. Got a couple of cool cars to look at. Some fun dance music playing in the background. Yeah, I think we're in for a pleasant stay. So, yeah, pretty much we're just gonna hang out here for a little bit. Just kick back, relax. Oh, hang on. Looks like we have an incoming message. Let me patch it through.
film?
That's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's like that. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out. Let's go, Cookie Puss. You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of this thing.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate. Short traced us. Ops can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn.
After them!
Okay, guys, it's showtime. Come to the left. This thing ain't moving fast enough. Roman, Letty, hook him up.
Hit it!
Now we're moving.
Stop! Look out!
You give me the witness, Toretto, and we call it a day! The witness is mine, Letty!
How about you eat asphalt?
Don't think you're getting away! Call it the rules!
Way to go, Letty. Not gonna happen. Don't worry, I got this. Hit the nitrous.
We're not gonna make it!
Ride or die.
Oh, it looks like we have one more incoming message patching it through.
It's just so funny, like the Ronnie didn't know what to do. I noticed how he's always sitting down, standing,
Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got to do it. Yeah, appreciate it.
he's a producer. Yeah. How do you produce? Oh yeah, he's a producer. That part of it. Put a link for JeJuDa.
Alright everyone, well our tour is about to come to an end today, and I want to thank you all for joining us here at the world famous Universal Studio Tour. I hope you gained a certain appreciation and understanding about how exactly we make some of your favorite films and television shows today. Now to our past members, of course, a very special thanks for joining us today. If you're not a past member, head to Universal Box Office to see how you can upgrade today's ticket to an annual pass so you can come back again and again. Also, make sure you've downloaded the Universal Studios Hollywood app. That's where you'll confirm that the park closes today at 6 o'clock p.m. Check for wait times, do mobile food ordering, and so much more. And to purchase any of the NBC Universal movies and television shows that isn't on the tour today, you can visit uphe.com or ask at one of our retail stores. In addition, plan to come back this April and May to celebrate the best of sci-fi, fantasy, gaming, and anime at all the Universal Fan Fest nights. Experience your favorite franchises every event night, including Back to the Future, One Piece, Dungeons & Dragons, all in one place. To find out more and purchase tickets, visit universalstudioshollywood.com.
I'm gonna be there.
As we wait just a moment to head into the unload area.
So check this out. We have Epic Universe merch here down at Universal Studios Hollywood. So you don't even have to go to Florida. You can just come to Universal Studios Hollywood at the City Walk. Oh, how cute is that? What are you? You are a popcorn bucket. You are really cute. I might have to get that. There we go. Wands. Look at all the Harry Potter stuff for the Ministry of Magic. And look at all this epic stuff. I really like this. Oh, it's not like a spirit jersey, but it is. It feels different. Maybe just because it's so small. Because it is extra small. I really like it. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're back. Creature from the Black Lagoon. I don't know when I'm gonna get over to Florida. So this is the closest I'll get right now. Check out that Dark Universe sweatshirt. They're gonna have a whole land of monsters. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Someday I'll get over there. Welcome back to Planet JeJuDa. I'm Lara, and we are at Knott's Berry Farm. 2 parks. What? Same day. Yep. Let's see what we can do. All right, we are inside Knott's Berry Farm. I think it's about 4 o'clock now, and I think we left Universal Studios just after 2. So it took over an hour, about half an hour and 45 minutes to get back into Orange County. And yeah, this is our second theme park of the day. We're gonna go get something to eat because here at Knott's Berry Farm, we have the dining plan, Gayle right there and myself. And I have a drink plan. Gayle has the premium drink plan, so she can get some coffee. Do you wanna get your coffee first?
Yeah.
Let's go get Gayle's coffee first. Because where we're going to go eat, there's no coffee there. There's Pib, so I can have something, but they don't have coffee there. So we have to get coffee for Gayle somewhere else. So let's do that first, and then go get lunch. Or dinner. This is dinner. Because we had brunch earlier at Universal Studios, so we're gonna dinner here at Knott's Berry Farm. So that was really easy. Gayle has her coffee, which makes her happy. Because here at Knott's Berry Farm, they have a couple of different drink plans. If you're here just for the day, you can get a one-day drink plan. If you're a pass holder like us, you can get, there's 2 kinds, the regular and the premium. The regular just gets you soda. The premium gets you soda refillable on ices, coffee, and hot chocolate. And that's every 15 minutes. So my granddaughter, who loves ices, can get an icy every 15 minutes. Much to the chagrin of my daughter. Over here at Fiesta Village is Casa California, where they have amazing burritos. One of my favorite places to eat. And they have pip. What's cool about the dining plan is 4 hours later, you can get another entree. We are here too late, so that's not going to happen. On average, it's normally one meal that I get. It's not very often I'm here long enough to get a second meal, but that's okay. So I got the burrito, which I usually always get here when I eat at Casa California, and it's the carne asada. And like I said, they had pib there. And then Gayle,
A lot of food though.
she got the bowl because we're doing with the soy riso, so it's vegan and gluten-free because there's no flour tortilla.
That's a whole lot of food.
So we'll see how she likes it. Because this is her first time with it.
Yeah, other than had the burritos.
Right.
That. But I like the filling, and that's what it is. It's just the filling.
Right.
So.
All right, let's eat. Okay, Gayle, how'd you like your burrito bowl?
Oh, it was good. Yeah, I would recommend it, especially it's a great option for vegan and gluten-free.
Yay! Welcome back to Planet JeJuDaLA. Theme park number 3. We're at Disney California Adventure. Do you have an idea of where we might go next? Hello. So we are at Disney California Adventure, known as DCA. And this is our 3rd theme park of the day. You might have an idea where we might be going after this. Not sure how long we're going to stay here. But let's go have some fun. I think we're gonna go ride Guardians, and it's been a little bit since I've ridden Guardians, so I'm excited. All right, here we are, saying 85 minutes. Let's see if that's correct. Okay, so we waited about an hour and 10 minutes. It was slated as an hour and 25 minutes, so I guess we saved 15 minutes. Woohoo! But ironically, now it's only 65 minutes to ride the attraction, but that's okay. Now we're gonna head over to Soarin' Around the World. Hi, welcome back to Planet JeJuDaLA. Yep, that's right, we are at Disneyland. Let's have some fun. This is our 4th park for the day. Whew, I'm exhausted. Oh, we're inside. We're inside Disneyland. 4th park of the day. Universal Studios. Knott's Berry Farm. Disney California Adventure, and now Disneyland. Woohoo! Hello, this is kind of fun. I am really exhausted. Really, really exhausted. I've been up since, I think I woke up at 4:40, 5 o'clock this morning. I had PT this morning, and then we hit the road. People are leaving right now. Okay. I'm in Europe right now. I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. But it took like an hour and a half to get to Universal Studios, and we were there for a few hours. And an hour and a half to get from Universal to Knott's Berry Farm, and then we ate at Knott's Berry Farm because we have a dining plan there, so we had free food, and it just makes sense to eat there. And then we came over to California Adventure, rode Guardians. That was an hour and 10-minute line, and then we rode Soarin' around the world. That was an 45-minute line. So we waited in a lot of lines over there at California Adventure. And now we are walking down the middle of Main Street, USA. He's had a little too much to drink. That little kid? Yeah. And there's our beautiful castle. Yes, it's a beautiful castle. It might be smaller than the other ones, but you know what? Walt designed this castle. Walt walked through this castle. This is Walt's vision. That's what makes this special here at Disneyland. Walt Disney was here. And in just a few short months, the 70th anniversary of Disneyland will be kicking off. I'm looking forward to that.
by stepping away from the guards with your left leg. Step out and stand on the moving platform.
Okay, our day has come to an end. I will recap as we're walking back up Main Street, USA. Like I said earlier, we started off at Universal Studios and we rode one attraction. That was the tram, which is like 45 minutes, so yeah. And like I said earlier, it took 3 hours to get there. And then went to Knott's, no attractions, but we did eat. And then went to California Adventure at DCA, went on 2 attractions, Guardians of the Galaxy and Soaring Around the World. Those lines were over 2 hours for both the lines. And then finally made it over to Disneyland, walked on the Haunted Mansion, and now we were walking out of the park. Now it's time to say goodnight to Walt. Well, I hope you had a fun time following me on this journey, and I'm grateful for Gayle. There she is, Gayle, for joining me. This is something I've been wanting to do for a good 3-4 years. I don't know, since 21. So you do the math. All of the theme parks in Southern California that I have passes to. So it was a very busy day, very fun day. 4 theme parks, 1 day. I'm exhausted. So, remember everybody, gravity works, guys. Oops, you're supposed to go down. Bye!